Everybody, welcome to your weekly call. My name's Lee Honish. Today we're going to actually do marketing. So if you're listening to this as a podcast, it probably won't be as effective. What I recommend for you to do, because we are talking about social media, is I want you to type in Lee Honish into your search bar, okay, on Facebook, and you'll be able to watch this video on either both of my profiles or my page later today. With that said, David Bartels will not be here today. David is away on vacation. He will be joining us again next week. I'm sorry there wasn't a call last week that was recorded. But we do have a training from 2 weeks ago, which is what I was talking to one of my students about. I apologize, Donald. It's 2 weeks old. That training talked about building your story. And I showed the difference between boosting or buying ads as compared to putting up your own original content. So this is a big thing right now. Nobody has an original idea on marketing for getting new clients. So let's be honest about getting new clients, okay? There are only 3 clients in real estate, okay, in my humble opinion. Those that want to sell, those that want to buy, those that want to rent. My humble opinion about renters is either they're very aware of the prices, right? And they completely understand the value of the market. I will give you an example. Please, because I have coaching students on the line, don't hate me for what I'm about to say next. I believe in the purchasing of property. I believe in land ownership. However, with that said, I live on the beach. I live in a remarkable situation in a remarkable apartment, literally on the sand in Oceanside, and I pay $1,800 a month. That is for a 1-bedroom. Literally, I can throw a rock from my door to the sand, but it also includes power, water, gas, garbage, internet, and cable. And we talked about this 2 weeks ago. How do you tell me, and I get this every once in a while, I'll get a realtor who will come by my door and put something on my door who wants me to talk about purchasing. Okay. How are you going to convince me that I can buy something that is comparable to my view? Okay, I'll give you an example. Last night, they're shooting a thing called Wild Kingdom or Animal Kingdom down the street in Oceanside. I was able to walk down my stairs, literally onto the sand, and watch them shooting last night. And for my students, no, I didn't try to get involved, even though it seems to be in my nature. But the reason I'm bringing all this up and why I bring up the importance of this is that people just don't simply understand the semantics of Facebook or its impact. So I was on a friend's page recently, and she put up this very disturbing quote, and it's actually actual, unless you know what you're doing, right? So what you have are 2 different things. You have a profile, right? What you're looking at is one of my 2 profiles. And I recommend this for everybody who sets up social media. And again, let me rewind here. The reason I focus on Facebook is very simple. The number 3 on the list is Facebook. The only one that you can actually draw clients to is number 3, Facebook. If you believe you can put content on YouTube and get people who are in a specific geo-targeted area, let's say for the sake of my discussion, Oceanside, to look at your video on YouTube today in the volume of, say, I don't know, several hundred people, you are completely wrong. The only way to do it with Google and YouTube is to pay, and they're both owned by the same company, is to pay for the exposure to those areas. I will give you really good advice right now. If that is your plan, you might as well buy Zillow leads. At least they're quote unquote leads. I mean, they're click off ads, right? We all know this from going to Zillow, right? If I go to Zillow through the web and I type in Oceanside, right? I'm not going to get the listing agent, right? So let's say that I'm interested in this lovely little house that is literally 10 miles from the beach, which could be cost effective theoretically. My monthly payment would still be more than what I make on the water, but hey, I'm okay. We all know this. If I scroll down, right, unless he's a registered agent, it's terrible. It's all choppy. Oh, wait, there's one owned by Zillow. I bet you Zillow doesn't advertise agents on their own properties. What do you want to bet? Oh, they're all just in time. Look at that. These are all the preferred listings up at the top. Let's see. Let's just scroll down for fun. Let's just say I'm feeling saucy and I'm going to spend more than $1,800 a month and I want something really nice. And by the way, it doesn't exist. I can't even buy a $256,000 house because that number's wrong. It doesn't include utilities. But all right, how far away am I? Yeah, I'm far. I'm literally far from the beach. To put this in comparison, this is what real estate agents are asking me. Live here, and I will show you guys where I live. I live right about here, all the way down where that little arrow is, right on the beach on the strand. Okay. But for 296,000, I can own a mobile home back here, right? This is what agents are pitching to me because this is what we're ingrained in. There's the listing agent. I'm actually impressed. She must be, I'm going to take a wild stab that she's a preferred agent with Zillow. I want to find one of the good ones where somebody who isn't, we all remember the days, right? I don't want to go that deep. I don't want to do that deep a dive, but you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't want to deep dive on this. It's ridiculous to me that you guys buy leads that are dripped off of other properties and we still allow Zillow to exist. So the number 3 property on all of this is Facebook, right? First and foremost, I haven't said this. My name's Lee Honish. I am the foremost leading authority on marketing for real estate agents. I don't think people like what I say. I don't think people really want to hear what I say. I don't even think people want to hire me most of the time. I just think people want listings. And that's okay. I'm completely okay with it. I revolve my entire life around the world of Facebook and monster marketing. I'll go a step further. I believe you should deal with your referral list. I think you should follow up with live broadcast. I think you should send emails. I think you should have a funnel. I think you should have drip pages. I think you should do social media marketing, right? And I think you should follow up. And I think you should do the monster marketing system. Okay. If that is you, or you're on this call, or you have questions about your own marketing, just go to honish.com. Real simple. Just type in honish.com. And it'll take you right to a form. I will call you back. I will email you. I will contact you. I do usually within minutes. It goes directly to my phone. I will text you directly from my cell phone and we will talk. I want to hear about what's going on with you. So when I'm hired by a client, I'm going to show you the back end of the engine. I focus on Facebook because here's why. I can't affect Google without money. I can't affect YouTube without money. Everybody seems to be obsessed with Instagram, but I don't know how to make it a clickable link and to make it more effective. Then a whole bunch of porn websites, so kudos to the American public. And the other one that everybody seems to fall into, how to get deals off of LinkedIn. You're going to focus on the 24th website, the number 6 website, instead of the number 3 website. When the number 3 website still allows literal fair gain on its website, completely and utterly, it allows literal fair game on their website. Now the rules have changed, okay? As I said, there is a profile page, okay? This is, as I said, when setting up Facebook, set up 2 profiles at the same time. Profile number 1 for me has 5,001 people. This is profile 2. I'm up to 843 people. When it reaches 5,000, I will start profile number 3. Okay. Cover page, keep it simple. Your company logo with a phone number, with whatever you're after, a nice profile picture. And what I've learned with this secondary profile that I want to share is everybody says this. Oh, when you post on your profile, only 25% of your list will see what you're posting. And I agree with that. That is correct to the algorithm, right? So what I tested with this particular algorithm with the change that came in 2020 was what happens when I interact with everyone and everything in every location for every reason, with every friend request, with everything, everything, everything. Well, let me share it with you what that does. By doing that, right, I'm including my secondary hobbies of Fight Net Radio, which is a boxing program, the memes I post, reposting things that I like from other people, right? As long as they are politically correct, right? And they won't cause any drama with just enough personal photo and information, right? If you're looking, what you're seeing is none of my political affiliations and nothing that is too decisive. They're generally either pictures, audio, or video reposted to my timeline. I do not make it a point of posting things that are offensive. And I see this a lot online. It is very disturbing to me, and it's a really disturbing trend. So what you're looking at right now is a repost from 5 years ago. So Facebook tells you about your memories. I repost the memories that I don't think that are upsetting. You're looking at the dancing waters from SeaWorld from, God knows, 70s possibly, the sparklets thing, right? I post food, I post pictures, I post photos, things that I'm doing in my personal life because people want a personal connection, things from other pages. And here's what I've discovered. The first mistake that you're all making isn't what you're posting. The first mistake you're making is not interacting with videos. So liking everything, scrolling down, and Luke's in Park City. I don't technically know him, but he knows David, so I'm going to like it. The more people you interact with, the bigger the volume of people you are exposed to. It's just that simple. I don't have to like anything that I'm looking at. Julie Muratis is a friend of Lee Muratis, who I know. She put up something for a healthy diet. To be honest, I like Julie. I've gone on a cruise with her and her husband, but I'll like it. Doesn't mean anything. So you have to like, and I'm going to give you a big secret. Love is more important. So there are 3 designations here: like, love, haha, wow, sad, angry. So the drown out is always like. What they're looking for are these other ones. The more I do that with this particular page, the bigger the thumbprint of whatever I post on my particular timeline. The other thing you guys aren't doing when you're posting to your posts is also including your story. Simple as that. This isn't rocket science. I'm not teaching you anything crazy. I'm not teaching you anything that you guys can't do, right? So if you guys want to see what this look like in real time, I'm going to create this meme that we were talking about earlier, which is higher. I'll even make it for me, okay? For marketing. Or fail to get listings. Put my number up here. None of you are doing this really, but you think this is more important on Instagram for some reason, which is interesting to me. So I'm going to generate this meme. I'm going to download this picture. Okay, simple, saved, done, right? Go back to my page. I'm going to add a photo. I'm going to show you how to do a proper post because nobody teaches it correctly. This is directly to my timeline and my page, okay? So contact me for a free marketing evaluation. 858-663-2537. Simple as that. Website in comments. We've talked about this before. You get punished by Facebook for taking people off of Facebook, but they don't punish you when it's in the comments. Okay, my post is good. I'm going to tag all of my Lee Honish pages. All done. Good, good, good. I'm going to check in. This is another thing that people don't do. Check in. Okay, check in anywhere. I tend to check in at Disneyland all the time. And when I'm teaching people, I tell them to check in at Disneyland because it interacts with 18 million people. Again, I'm expanding my thumbprint for this post. And I'm done. This is it. Simple, simple, simple. If you want to do it this way, then do it without. www.honish.com. Don't take them off the page. Don't take them off the page. You're literally hurting the post. So you get rewarded and punished by Facebook one way or the other. So now when I post, it's going to show up in my story and in my news feed, and it's going to have the full exposure of all of the things in my universe. Simple as that. So with that said, so I just took a brief time out with my coaching students to answer a few questions, and I'm going to answer a few of them for those of you that are currently watching this, right? What is the difference between a profile and a page, right? Okay, so let's talk about pages versus profile. In theory, your profile should be about personal information, personal things about your work, business, and life, but they should be interactable. They should be business based, right? That is what's most important. A business page is designed exactly what it's for, to generate more business. And each platform has a different set of rules. On its own, by itself, with you out interacting, without you posting it to a story or creating content that Facebook likes, right? And what does Facebook like? Video, pictures. I mean, truthfully, they don't want text comments. People don't ever interact correctly. What they do, I don't even have to do this. I can literally go to my Facebook timeline, and I guarantee it's not going to take me more than 3 profile views to find somebody who wants to take me off of Facebook. So here we go. There's a meme. That's correct. That's a meme. Nope. He's already incorrect. So Dwayne's in real estate. Okay. He made this a clickable link for learn more, right? So if I click this, which was a meme maker, which he thought he was doing correctly, it takes me off of Facebook. He just got punished for me clicking that link. So now less people are going to see his post. Let's keep going. Top Rank did it correctly. That's a sponsored ad, doesn't count. Trevor Smith. Okay. So if I click this, it's a video. Smart. He uploaded it. His mistake here, no contact information, no email. He didn't give me anything that I can click in here that was correct to Facebook, but he did take it off his main page. So if I click like his page, all it's going to do is like his page. You get 4 options. Contact me, like my page, learn more. All of those things are actionable clicks, but he just wants me to like his page. How does that get him more? Okay, I'll like his page. Great. What's that going to do for him? You think this guy's going to send me, to be honest, I don't know Trevor, and I'm not trying to crap on Trevor. And if Trevor were in my coaching group and he's hearing Carlsbad, to be honest, Trevor, I hope you see this. If you had made that a message me link, I could have sent you a message. Instead, you made it a like for your page. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Jason Willie, this is something out of one of the boxing lounges. If I click this, guess what? Because Jason posted it, I'm going to click this, and now I'm on YouTube. You think Facebook wants you going to YouTube? Nope. So I just cost him more exposure. Here's Dwayne again, did the same thing. So let's cost Dwayne a little bit more exposure for his post. And on and on and on and on. I hope I've kind of nailed my point down. Facebook doesn't post these rules. You have to read forums. You have to spend hours reading books. I have dedicated close to a decade trying to understand Facebook. And the very best I can do on any given day for any one of my clients is to get their message in front of about 1,000 people within a couple of days, right? And when I say that, it's about branding and their message, right? So we talked about this 2 weeks ago. And if you listen to the podcast or you watch the videos, just scroll up. If you're watching it on social media, you'll find the video from a couple of weeks ago where I actually show real-time numbers between boosting and what I'm about to do. What I'm about to do is post something that is very real. Okay. So the old method for doing things used to be create a squeeze page. And I still create squeeze pages. I like them. I am a fan of them, right? And the two most successful for distressed properties are, right? Help with your loan mod, and I'll pay all cash for your house. There are no other methods that I am aware of. What I would do in the old days is that I would post a few lines from an article and then a link to read more. That's the truth, right? Just copy it. I'm not going to do anything crazy. This is the old method. Are you behind on your payments? Now I'm on my Facebook page, which will allow this. What Facebook wants me to do, Donald, is to pay for the boost. And by the way, I've done studies on this now. The boost as compared to manually putting something on Facebook is more effective. Okay. We can run this as a real-time model, and I can share them in exactly the same groups, and I can show you. Okay. And I'm actually going to affect my own personal algorithm to show you this. Are you behind on payments? Learn more about your loan mod. Learn more about selling your house cash. Okay. Then I'm going to give them a link to my squeeze page. I'm going to copy it. This is just a pre-cut. I make squeeze pages for all my clients. I do squeeze pages on articles. I do squeeze pages on everything. Okay. I'm going to use a short code, which is called bit.ly, because nobody wants to look at an ugly code. I'm going to create a short code. I'm going to copy that code. I'm going to go back to Facebook. I'm going to do the exact same post 2 ways so you can see the difference. Okay. I'm going to turn the preview off because the preview in that particular case is horrifying. Instead, I'm going to use a picture directly from my page, actually my loan mod page. Okay. And I'm going to go back. By the way, I'm not doing anything crazy here. Just posting a photo with a link. But I added an offsite link. I'm going to show you the absolute difference here. Okay. I'm going to check in, and nobody does it, but I'm going to do it just to try to help this out. Same place, Disneyland. Okay. I'm going to copy this information as the top headline of what there was before. Okay. And now I'm going to post it as is. And yes, I do this for my clients. I do it all year long. It is very tiring. I spend many hours. Okay. I am now recommending that people leave Facebook, click on this link, and go to a squeeze page. Okay. And call my cell phone. The next thing I'm going to do is share this in a group. We've talked about it a million times. So now I can geo-target. What groups do I join? I'm going to show you exactly where I'm going to post it. Everything in California that is worthwhile for me. But for me, I'm going to do San Diego today, okay? What do I have? Wow. Okay, let's do it a different way. I'm going to do exactly both posts exactly the same way. So there it is, directly posted from there. I'm going to share it to my timeline. It should work. Wow, where are all my groups? That's silly. I'm going to share it to my page. I'm going to share it with the same post. Okay. I'm going to double down on it. In fact, always post it back to your timeline. Don't screw around with it. So this is the basic post. This is what everybody does on Facebook. I'm going to check in again. I'm going to even do stuff that people don't normally do. And I'm going to do Disneyland again. So it's actually got one of the highest footprints out there. And I'm going to tag myself if it'll let me. Gosh, I hate the fact that the algorithm knows what I'm doing these days. Post. I don't want to share there. Share to. Why aren't you letting me share to my profile? That is very interesting of you. Share it back. I'm starting to become concerned with Facebook. They picked up on this algorithms page too. Smart page. Okay. So there you go. Facebook will tell you the exposure numbers directly under it. It will. Oh, I'm only the editor on this page. That's why. Let me switch profiles. My bad. Let me go over as the admin. All right. Let's go to my main browser. I now understand the error of my way. I was only doing this as, all right. So here's the same post. Now on my page. Now I'm the editor. There are editors, there are admins. So there's the post, exactly as it was. Come on. There we go. I'm going to copy the top 3 lines again, just so you can see this. I'm going to share it into groups. There we go. San Diego garage sale, San Diego classified, San Diego swap meet, San Diego business LinkedIn, San Diego real estate investing, San Diego Craigslist, San Diego secondhand. These are all people in San Diego. And I assume they all live somewhere in San Diego. And my assumption, especially when you're talking about buy, sell, trade groups, right? I'm putting in the right hand. So for the sake of our discussion, I'm going to do San Diego sales as just one. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same post again, but this time I'm going to do it with more content and a different click-in rating system where it doesn't take you off of Facebook. I'm going to delete this right after the call. You can go, I'll leave it up for about a day, but I really actually don't want anybody to click on it because it affects me. So I'm going to add the same photo. I'm going to add the same top line, right? And then below that, this time, I'm going to use the advocate marketing stuff that we all have, right? With my phone number, not doing anything that you guys don't have access to as coaching students or anybody that I do marketing for. And then I'm going to paste that in. Boom. Okay. This time, I'm going to get messages. I'm going to, we're going to feel sad. I'm going to use all the bells and whistles. Okay. I'm going to check in at Disneyland again. And it's not going to let me do post messages. Of course you're not, because it's not a video. That's all right. So it's exactly the same, except this time I'm not taking them off of Facebook. I'm going to post it. Now I shared that to 3 locations previously. I'm going to use the same 3 lines. Okay. I'm going to refresh the page because you won't see it unless you refresh the page. Underneath all of your posts, you will get an analytic of what's happening with your post constantly. Okay. 300 people reached, 23 people clicked. It happens. Okay. This will ultimately have an analytic. Okay. Here's the original that we just did. So it's only reached 1 person, but it's had 4 engagements, which are, it's interesting, but which I really didn't want to happen, but that's okay. Where's our new post? Hasn't gone into the system yet. Give it one more chance before I do it again. And yeah, you might have to post twice. Facebook doesn't take your post the first time. Sometimes it only takes it the second time, which these are all very real things. There it is. This is the one I just did, feeling sad at Disneyland. Okay, same post. Okay. Now I'm going to share this one. Same groups. I'm going to share 3 groups. San Diego garage sales, paste, post. And I'm going to show you a curveball. Share, group, San Diego classifieds, first 3 lines. This time I'm going to add the location again of Disneyland. So I'm going to keep reinforcing that. You must vary all of your posts or you'll wind up in Facebook jail. It's more aggressive right now. Every post that I do is always slightly different. Okay, the other one had 3 posts. I'm doing 3 posts. There's 3 posts. This time I'm going to check in and I'm going to do it from the pier. And this time I'm going to have a feeling of by the way, what you're seeing on the left side of the screen is one of my clients getting a lead. Just thought I'd share that right over here. And then I'm going to post it. So I'm going to give these literally 5 minutes and then we will look at the difference between the 2 of them before the end of the call. Now, normally I like to do, when I'm doing a post for a client, I do 10 to 15 groups within their selected area. Some of my bigger clients, I'll do 10 to 20. If I'm doing an open house for an agent or a friend or something, I will do literally 5 or 6 surrounding cities, probably have 10 different groups within them. I've been known to do up to 40 or 50 groups for people that are my larger paying clients or better. Look at that. More leads for one of my clients. That's the way the system works. All right. So I've showed you 2, 3, 4 methods, and we'll double check on that. Again, if you want information on how to set this up for yourself, all you got to do is type in onish.com. That'll take you over to a Woofu forum, right? As I rebuild my website, I haven't decided what to do. Fill in the information if you want to find out about Monster Marketing, being a part of this coaching group, find out about having your Facebook pages built, your marketing built, or much like Tom and Becky, it seems, getting leads on an endless basis. Just depends how your Facebook page is. All right. Wow, look at that, 3,200. So they've got somebody who wants to spend $3,200 a month. How many of you want a buyer that's going to spend $3,200 a month? That's a done deal. If they don't convert that, I'm going to have a real issue with them. That's a good lead. They'd already be off with the mortgage company getting pre-approved. That happened in real time. Those are my clients. Large parking space is good for them. Aren't they cute? So that's what you're seeing on the left-hand side of the screen. Those are actually my clients that are actually getting those leads in real time. All right. So it's been literally 2 minutes. I'm going to refresh the page. The newer post will have had less time on 3 different profiles. The newer one will have had more time. And I'm pretty confident that the newer post will probably have done better. I could be wrong, but it's kind of the way Facebook is. Hasn't even come up with numbers yet. Interesting. We'll see if we can get exposure numbers. I think the last time we did this, we did it with a video. I think before we were done with the call, it probably got a couple of hundred views. I'm trying this for the first time with just printed text. I don't think Facebook wants printed text and photos. I think they just want video, which is a big deal. It has, there you go. Hasn't reached anybody, but it's already had 3 engagements. I'd say that's pretty good in my universe. It hasn't even been seen, which means when it says 0 engagements, that means it's people who know my page. So that's good. This is at 1 and 0. You tell me the difference. If it's got a link, I don't know. I'm telling you that this is just straight off my own Facebook page, which means it's being exposed to people that like my Facebook page. This isn't even out of the groups. The groups will be, people reached are always people who don't know you, okay? I don't think people know this. But we'll give it a minute and see where it goes from there. And then we'll finish this all up. Welcome back to the final end of the call. I just took a couple of questions from my coaching students, and we're going to look at the final numbers. Again, we're at Lee Honish Marketing, all one word. I'll leave the posts up. We're going to look at the final engagement numbers. It's 10:58. You guys can tell this in real time from my recording. This is an hour later. So the newest post that I did, which has nothing that takes you off page, reached 14 people with 3 engagements on 3 shares. The other one that we did first that actually takes them to a squeeze page, which is what everybody promises, right, has reached 2 people and 4 engagements on 3 shares. I would hope that that's concrete proof that Facebook's algorithm only rewards you to stay on their page. So create content, video, pictures, content, your phone number, whatever, to stay on the page. Keep them on the page. Keep them on the page. Use your phone number. Put your email address in. Keep them on the page. That's it. Don't kill yourself. Don't do anything crazy. And you will be branded. Ultimately, this is what people aren't getting. And I say this to everybody watching this video or what you're doing right now. We did this in a 5-minute span. Are there 14 new clients learning about you? Are there 14 people learning about your services? Is there something searchable about you? Again, for everybody on the call wanting to learn about me setting up everything or just to get a free one-on-one, just open up a web page, type in honish.com, fill out the form. I will call you shortly. Hey, one last thing on a business page, and I'm going to teach it again just for the video, just kind of as a freebie. What you're looking at is my Facebook renter and buyers page, right? So once you create the page, you'll get a dedicated link to that page. Just copy that link, go over to GoDaddy, and then do a search for whatever you want. Okay, in my case, it could be San Diego buyers and renters. I like buyers and renters, which is what we were just talking about before I hit record, right? And what I found was buyerandrenter.com. So I can add that to my cart, purchase it, send it back to a link to my own page. And now I have a free website that's more connected. Look, I've got send message. All I have to do is fill out the page and fill out other parts. In fact, Facebook will tell you there are videos that will teach you how to do this. But instead, most people spend $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for these IDX websites that have 0 traffic. I could prove it right now just to be a jerk. But my advice is whatever your website is that you think you spent literally tens of thousands of dollars on, just check it on alexa.com and see what your traffic ratio is. If it doesn't show up, then it's not getting traffic. It's as simple as that. And last but not least, when you're hiring market, okay, find the highest possible guarantee to reward ratio, right? So what are they offering? I'm offering to get you a minimum, when you're talking about me, if you hire me for a year for $5,000, I'm going to get you 2 listings before the end of the year, or I will give you your money back, or double your money back, actually was one of the guarantees I did. Generally, it only takes me about 6 months. But the reason I bring that up is I'm confident in what I'm teaching. The monster is guaranteed face-to-face within 30 days, right? No questions about it. It's actually the first week, right? You do the monster the correct way. If you don't get face-to-face, you get your money back. right? That's our direct marketing platform. When I went into this, I gave out the biggest possible refund possible. And here's why. I recently picked up a client named Michael who was telling me of a company that wanted 1%, and they were literally doing half of what I did. So please remember this ratio, okay? What are they offering? What's the guarantee? And the last one that's important, because I use a Square platform on an invoice. Can I click a button to refund? Can I dispute this charge? Because there are just too many people in my industry that are trying to make a buck. I'm not asking you to hire me. I'm just asking you to be smart about it. And I realize why people don't want to hear what I have to say. I get it. It's kind of too real for the room. And that's always the way I've done my marketing. I've been a direct marketer that way. I've also been a social media marketer that way. And when somebody in, say, Florida hires me to do landscaping, right, and help their business, I'm very real with them. I don't care if it takes 1 week or 2 weeks. From the minute I say go, you're going to get your 30 days of leads. If I tell a client, hey, you want your money back, you get your money back. Okay. That's the way I operate. I'm going to spend countless hours behind the computer because I've invested all this time into learning all these algorithms as a guy who's just literally had to deal with marketing now for a decade of running my own business and doing marketing for other people. Okay. It's been very good for me. It's been very good for other people. And I love my lifestyle. Okay. Don't question it. What I'm sharing with you is be smart and stop looking at the shiny pills. But please do something that's different. Go to honish.com. Please, please, please go to honish.com, HONISH.com. Fill out the form and do a free one-on-one with me. Thanks.